are there mobile stations that would like to check into the District 1 ARES net? Please call now.
This is Kilo 4, Oscar, Whiskey, Uniform, Mike, Glen Allen, Love Nets, in and out.
Net control acknowledges Kilo 4, Oscar, Whiskey, Uniform, Mike in Glen Allen. He said he loves net and he's in and out for tonight. So thank you for that comment, Mike. Let's see. Are there additional mobile stations wishing to check in? If so, please call now. I heard a station that I believe began with Kilo Delta 4. I didn't get the rest of your call sign. Could you give me your call sign a couple of times phonetically and slowly, and also your first name? All right, sorry for the delay. I'm going to put on my headphones so that I can hear as well as possible. All right, with the station that attempted to check in, please call again. I believe the station began with Kilo Delta 4. Please call now. Nothing heard. Let's move now to portable stations. Are there portable stations wishing to check in to the District 1 ARES net? Please call now, providing your call sign phonetically and your first name.
This is Whiskey 4 Alpha Kilo, John.
This is
Kilo Delta 6, Foxtrot, Mike, Ron, Romeo Oscar November.
This is Kilo 4, Echo, X-ray, Dawn.
Why is it always those two? Right next to each other.
all right. Net control recognizes Whiskey 4, Zulu, Alpha, Kilo, John. Kilo, Delta 6, Foxtrot, Mike, Ron, and Kilo 4, Echo, X-ray, Don. John, Ron, Don. All right. The
Scott gets
topic
it.
for this evening is
Scott
nets.
gets it.
What do you think about nets? Do you like nets? Do you prefer VHF, UHF nets? Or do you like HF or 6 meters? How often should we have them? Do we have enough of them? Do we have too many? Just whatever your thoughts are. So let's go to John, W4ZAK. Please share your comments, sir. This is Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Oscar Romeo, net control for the District 1 ARES net. Whiskey 4, Zulu Alpha Kilo. John, please come with your comments.
This is why they ask us not to check in portable, especially when they're 20 miles out.
I actually had a phone call when you were explaining the they make sure about local net. Now this is just about the right amount. And I could be a backup net operator giving a little bit of warning in an hour or two. Anyway, that's all I have. 7-3 to everyone on the net. 7-3 to net control. Back to net control.
All right, good evening to you, John. Thank you for sharing those comments. Yeah, just to expand, lots of questions about nets. Do you like them to have a topic or not? Do you prefer HF nets or DHF, UHF nets? Do you like being net control? Or do you prefer just to be a check-in? What time of the day or night is best? Things like that. Anyway, let's go to Ron next. Good evening, Ron. Don't know if you're inside or outside, but it's a very mild evening, I think. KD6 FFM. Ron, please share your comments with us.
Foxtrot Mike, I am inside at this time. I have no problem with the nets. I worked, just had two different nets when I first picked it back in 2013. And my biggest problem was getting through the 8-8 repeater because I have a handheld with AA batteries in it and with a rubber ducky, so I'm kind of limited. But I've been managing checking the two nets and now one net since 2013 with 900 check-ins. Only missed 10. And so that's fine. The nets are all fine. That's my problem is with the 8-8 repeater over.
Okay, thank you for that, Ron. Yeah, interesting. I tell you what, I still miss the Monday night Windy Hill net. So I understand they still meet out there and they have a good time. They just don't have the net. But yeah, there are a lot of nets if you are looking for them. I've even wondered out loud to another ham today if Richmond would be a good quote-unquote market for a daily net similar to the Williamsburg Coffee and Radio net. They've been operating that net every single day at 9 a.m. on the Williamsburg repeater since the beginning of the pandemic. And of course that gave them a head start and kind of a captive audience when we were kind of on lockdown. All right. Anyway, let's go next to Don. Kilo 4, Echo X-Ray X-Ray. Good evening, Don. Please share your comments with the net.
Good evening, Scott. This is K4EXX. Good to hear you this evening. I like nets. In fact, I probably talk on the radio more on the net than any other time. I monitor it 15 hours a day, every day, but don't get on the radio very much, just once in a while. My DN1 handheld I was able to get on that the other day with somebody in Roanoke. And I didn't want to talk because I didn't know those guys, so I just did a quick in and out. But they did recognize me, and that was on the DMR radio. The Friday night net that happens on the first and third Friday of the month, you've probably heard of it. I like that, the simplex net. That's kind of a neat thing to try. And I'd like to see that be every Friday night instead of just twice a month. So if anybody else likes that idea, call up the guy that's putting the net on and put some pressure on him to do it more than just twice a month. That seems like a lot of fun. And that's about it for me. I don't have any news from this end except that. So I will go ahead and turn it back over to you. 73 to everybody on the net, and 73 to Goosecock.
I wonder if that'll interfere with the Friday night simplex net every other Friday night.
KO4 UOR. Thank you, Don. I appreciate those comments. And yes, so one vote for simplex net every Friday.
Oh, simplex net.
That could work. We had additional net control operators or so. Something. Well, anyway, good idea. Glad you are finding new nets and new connections with your DMR radio. That's exciting. All right, that was our portable station. Next, let's go to MCOM officials. Are there ARES or MCOM officials wishing to check into the District 1 ARES net? If so, please call now with your call sign phonetically and your first name. ARES and MCOM officials, please call now.
My guess is one, maybe. I mean, this is a District 1 ARES net. We should have officials officiating. But no. This is just a rag-chew net, apparently.
All right, nothing heard. Let's continue with general check-ins. General check-ins. Anyone wishing to check into the District 1 ARES net, please call now, providing your call sign phonetically and your first name.
Net control. This is William Kilo 4 Alpha Romeo X-ray. Get that done and over with fast.
This is Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Alpha Delta. Name is Randy.
Why aren't you alternate net control, Randy?
Kilo Mike 4 India November Alpha. Loud on your furnace.
Kilo November 4, Kilo November Lima, Larry.
Another potential alternate net control. Where were you earlier?
Number 4 Yankee Victor Victor Jeff with Prince George County. This is November 4 Whiskey Lima Charlie Bill.
All right, we've got a good list going. Net control recognizes Kilo 4 Alpha Romeo X-ray William, Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Alpha Delta Randy, Kilo Mike 4 India November Alpha Pedro, Kilo November 4, Kilo November Lima, Larry, Kilo Delta 4, Yankee Victor Victor, Jeff, and November 4, Whiskey Lima Charlie, Bill. All right, let's go up to the top of that part of the list. The topic for the evening is nets. What do you like, maybe dislike? Do we have enough? Do we have too many? What are your thoughts on radio nets? Whether they're VHF, UHF, HF, 6 meters, heck, even GMRS? I guess they even have nets now. Anyway, sorry, William, I'm taking up your time. K4 ARX. William, please share your comments, sir.
Good evening, Scott. Net Control, KO4UOR from K4ARX. And I think we have enough nets. There's plenty to go around. Maybe you don't know, there is a afternoon net daily on the 220 machine, or one of them that are here. Afternoon border breakers net between 1 and 3, I think, local time. Wow. There's a lot of stations to check in there, more than I want to listen to. I'll listen to from time to time. But I think we have enough nets. If you need an excuse, get on the radio and it's net time, but you won't talk between nets, I don't understand. We should be able to talk to each other without the networks. Even on simplex nets on Friday nights, every other Friday night, we talk to each other, try to talk to each other anyways, and at least make it seem like a net, even though it's kind of more disorganized, I would guess, than any other net. But I think we've got plenty of nets. I haven't participated in any 6 meters or 10 meters, just don't have that. I think we just get on the air regularly anyways and just talk to each other, even in simplex from time to time, which is what we really want to do anyways. So, sorry, radio timed out. Back to you, Net Control, K4ARX.
All right,
Cursed
William,
timeout
thank you
timer.
very much. Yeah, William brings up a good point. Well, first of all, 220 megahertz. I don't have that equipment. I have heard the border breakers net before, and that's definitely a mega net. I'm not really sure how that works.
Likely excuse.
But, yeah. But I like the idea of informal net. When 3 or more people are in a QSO on a repeater or simplex, make it a little informal round table. Jot down the order, and when you finish your turn, you pass it to the next person in line, and just have a good time with it. So yeah, it doesn't need to be scheduled. One tricky thing currently with this repeater is that we're encouraging people, especially less powerful stations, to key up during the squelch tails, and it goes against what we're taught about leaving a space for other stations to check in. And I guess the way to do that would probably be for a powerful station, like a base station, to say, before I pass it to William, I'm going to leave a space for any additional stations wishing to check in, and do it that way. And then if nobody checks in, or if they do, acknowledge them, and then pass it to William, and give the new station a place in line. But very good. Next, let's go to Randy. Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Alpha Delta. Randy, please share your comments with the net.
Scale 4 UOR, this is Scale 4 KAD. Good evening, Scott, and everybody on the net. Interesting topic. I do like nets. I like being net control, but I wouldn't want to do it every day.
Why aren't you alternate?
Or, if you have access